BXGP, 22nd of June at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. To my left, I'm joined by Julio Chiago, man. It's a big personality on the fight as he's taking on Marlon Gillett for the light heavyweight title, man. We are talking to Julio about this, man. You've obviously come in fighting for the title now. First of all, are you excited? You've been here before loads of times.
Well, yeah, I'm excited. Every single time I hear title, I get excited. It's literally tunnel vision. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
When we spoke last time, because we've done something before, I did want to ask you, and it's relatable to this. The journey that you're on, obviously, and why you got into boxing, and there were many reasons which we covered before. Mm-hmm. But look at the journey you're doing now and where you're at now. I mean, if you said it to yourself three years ago, for example, could you even imagine it would be close to being this active?
Do you know what? Yes, yeah. Because when I first started with the training, I fell in love with the sport. So from falling in love with the sport, the next dream was, okay, I want a belt. Like, no matter big, small, whatever, I wanted a belt. And then I wanted to be decorated with belts. So that was my goal when I had no belts. So when I was training, this was where I actually wanted to be. But lockdown happened, so I was just like, I don't even know if the country was ever going to open up again. But now, ever since lockdown finished and I started to get more opportunities, now that I'm getting title shots that they're coming more frequent, everything's starting to materialise. So I'm glad it's all the vision's coming true.
Yeah, that's it, man. And obviously a bit about Marlon as well. We spoke to him and done an interview with him a couple of weeks ago. Very confident ABA fighter, ABA, and then he's got the Muay Thai background as well. Is there an element of that anything that worries you about that? Because I feel like them opponents can be a bit tricky when they've got both. It's not just the boxing, but it also comes across as can be quite unorthodox. But he has got that national amateur experience boxing as well. Have you had much of a chance to look at him, what he does, if he does anything that you're worried about or that you can kind of pick up on for the fight? Is there anything that you've kind of pinpointed? I'm sure you won't show everything with us, but
nothing I'm worried about at all. He's a very free, fluid fighter. I'm the same, so it's exciting to see how our styles will mesh. But the thing that I saw that wouldn't really work for him is him dropping his hands. Like, I get that he's faced some people where he can do that sort of stuff, but it really won't go well if he does that with me. You know.
That's you as well, man. Like, You've obviously you're a very active fighter. How many times you fought this year?
So I've actually fought once this year. So I was active. This will be my 10th fight, I believe, that I'm going into. Yeah. But after November, I was supposed to fight in March, and then I had an injury so I've only fought once this year. Yeah.
So is there any worry about you there? Because normally you are quite active. So having that one fight, does that worry you coming into this? There's a bit of a rust that you need to shake off, or is there anything that you're worried about in terms of that, or is it just more you've been taking over in the gym and you're kind of ready?
Taking over. Yeah. Always taking over. I don't really know what camp is. I go hard, and then I have a camp, I go harder, and then I maintain that, and then I have another camp, and then I go harder, and I just keep up in the gears and up in the gears. So in between hand, all I do is I just make sure that I'm always training.
And we talk about the card a bit as well. Obviously, BXGP, Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. The last one, we saw over 2,000 people there. Big lights, big crowd. Does any of that faze you when you're going into the fight? Is it something that makes you more nervous, or does it gear you up more for the fight?
No, I'm very familiar territory. Yeah. I'm the Wicked and Bad Cruiserweight champion. Same venue. So I'm going back there again to claim another title. Yeah. This time I'm more at my natural weight. I'm quicker, I'm better, I'm more experienced, so I'm just coming in there to rinse and repeat. Is
there obviously you haven't officially sort of faced off per se, but is there anything that you look at when you look at, because I believe you can see a lot through a fighter's eyes, isn't it? Yeah. You agree with that?
Yeah, and not even just like, if he was here, I would feel his aura as well, I'd feel his energy. Yeah. I'm sure he would probably still maintain that confidence, but then when we do the face-off, would that still be there? If I see a little bit of a change, I'm like, okay, cool. So, definitely. Fighters can pick it up, for sure.
And I think as well, if you're involved in boxing, you can see and know, and just even by watching it, you can see that the eyes tell a lot. Mm-hmm. So when I ask you that question, if you're looking at anything now, or if you've had a look at your opponent, do you do you see, as I said, I asked you this about his training, but is there an ultimate belief there that you're going to walk away with that title? Overconfidence maybe, or is it just
from my
confident?
side?
Yeah.
Not, I wouldn't say overconfidence because I have a series of fights coming up, and I'll definitely say he's the hardest fight that I'll have, the toughest opponent. But me not winning is no, I can't even visualize that. So yeah, it's a definite win for me.
Mad. And on the night as well, when you're looking at the fight, how do you look to go in against Marlon? Say he's here, I'm Marlon, for example.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking to each other now, and you're looking at me. How do you want the fight to go? Do you want to control it? Do you look for a knockout, or I feel like when you look for it too much, it doesn't come.
Mm-hmm.
So is it something more that you just want to get the boxing right first?
So I think I want to see. Actually, I'm curious to see how our styles will mesh. So I'm not gonna go in all guns blazing trying to get the knockout. Normally as well, if they say something that sort of sets me off, like I will ensure it because for the fact that they said something that messed up. But I don't know him. I have nothing against him. It's business at the end of the day. I want it to be a good match. It's on a great platform, lots of eyes. So I want us to put on a spectacle where we're both reflected as good boxers.
So you want both of you to turn up. You need a dance partner, and the dance partner's got to turn up.
Definitely.
And I think Marlon said the same thing as well. He goes,
okay.
The fight isn't the fight takes two to tango, isn't it? So both of you have got to turn up on the night. If I go back as well to a bit about you as well. On terms of the stuff that you've been doing in boxing and outside of boxing, you've done the walk for mental health as well, which just remind people how long did you walk?
That was 100 miles over 3 days. Yeah,
3 days, 100 miles. It's crazy. This is all things though, man. It's training. Like it's constantly keeping yourself ticked over. If it's the boxing, if it's the sparring, if it's the running, the walking, but that I suppose the perseverance to do that. Does that carry over into your boxing as well?
Definitely. Every single aspect of everything I do transfers into boxing. Literally, I feel like any challenge I take on, I call it EXP, and you can't, once you've gained EXP, you can't really lose it. So that experience you gain from however you take it out from, you can watch someone fighting and get experience from that. So everything I do, I take it in there, and the mentality and the resilience I built up, because that was a grueling walk, man. It's just made me so mentally resilient that and that was a past thing. I've done other feats like behind the scenes as well, just to keep me geared and focused for the next challenge.
When you're facing your opponents, because of those factors there, do you think that in your mind there is nothing a fighter can do to break that spirit that you've got mentally or physically?
Well, yeah, my own spirit, yes. I wouldn't necessarily think that because I've done these things, I'm better than them, because they could have done something that I don't know about. But for me, myself, I stay in my power all the time. Yeah. No one can take me out of that. And
as well, for you to walk away with a light heavyweight title as well, another title to add to the collection, is it something that when you're walking down to the ring in those final moments before obviously you get in the ring to fight, what's going through your mind at that point?
Gratitude for the opportunity, gratitude for the experience, gratitude towards the crowds cheering, just owning the moment and being present, because anything can happen in the ring. It could go good, really good. It could go really bad. But in that moment, you just have to soak it all in.
Marlon said one thing. He said he's going to bring a lot of fans.
Great.
Does that scare you in any way?
No. It's energy. It's energy. Positive energy, negative energy. Just direct it towards that ring. Feng shui.
You're going to feed off the negative as well.
Of course. I've gone to places where I've only had 2 people watching me, like a completely different area, Midlands, Northeast England, and I'm literally against the home crowd. So that feeds me on.
Yeah. So that's I can see it in your eyes. You're looking forward to this fight very much. Do you plan to I say on the final moments of the face-off that you'll do before the fight for the weigh-ins, etc. Is there any last moments where you get a little glimpse of the fighter you're facing and you think, yeah, I'll have him, or is it more of dependent on their aura and how they bring? Is there a lot of camaraderie there? I'll probably say.
So, for these things, the main thing I go in is with respect. So if the respect is there, then it'll be a stalemate. As long as I'm being respectful, he's being respectful, it's a stalemate. Anything that I see that is like disrespect, you know, and they like look over you, or they're trying to like size you up, or they try to get more closer than they need to and invade your personal space, then it sets off triggers.
Is it when you talk about obviously the title, etc., you know, the progress that you've made, though the fight itself on the BXGP card, it would be your first one, right?
Yes.
First one on this card.
And I'm honoured as well for them to extend that offer to me. It was last minute and there was a dropout, but for them to recognise me and say, this guy deserves this title shot and is worthy of this title shot, I appreciate that. If
the fighter's here now, if I'm Marlon, I'm sitting in front of you now, what message have you got for him?
It's only one really. Keep your hands up, bro. just keep your hands up, please. Let's have a good box.
Because when we spoke to Marlon, he's never been knocked down.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So
never been knocked out. Never taken a knee. Yeah. So this is good.
Yeah. So we got two. It's a very competitive fight on a stacked card, BXGP.
Mm-hmm. Any final words for him?
Yeah.
Good luck. I hope your training goes well. I hope your family's good. I hope I hope your family's good and that you just come healthy and ready for the 22nd.
Yeah. You need it, man. You need it. And obviously, if you're looking into your opponent's eyes now, I suppose there's a lot of confidence from your side. There'd be a lot of confidence from Marlon's side as well. Marlon's a very confident technical fighter. It's a big puzzle for Julio to unlock on the night. But as I said, 22nd of June at Crystal Palace, 2,000 people. He's soaking it up. He's ready. Another title for Julio, or is Marlon going to walk away with it?
Nah, he might get acquainted with the canvas for the first time.
Make sure you guys tune in 22nd of June at BXGP. Julio, Chiago, thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much.